Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Whatever Podcast. Today, I'm joined by Savian Taylor. How are you today?
The goat himself. I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So first off, we should mention that Tristan is not going to be here. Thank God, I really didn't like him.
Facts, that dude sucks.
Next off, I'm sure if you've listened to our first two episodes, you notice a little something different.
Yeah, just a bit.
But we'll get back into that later. So we've done a lot of renovations, a lot of thinking, a lot of we've put a lot of ideas into this. And okay, the thing that sucks about these new mics is that you can hear every voice crack I have.
Facts, but it is what it is.
Okay, but otherwise, we've put a lot of time and effort into this, especially since last episode. But like I said, we will get into that later. First, we have another crazy story, just like we did last week.
Facts.
So, yeah, okay, let's see.
Where does it start?
This starts with you run for the school, right?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, so Savian runs for the school.
Facts.
And we all said we'd meet up at about 2,
Really
right?
2.
We said
Yeah,
2?
we started off at 2.
Okay, well, it started off 1:30. We were going to meet at 1:30, but we pushed it to 2 last night. And so I thought, great. A couple days before, we had committed about $500 to upgrading our setup, which is what you hear and see now. I forget we have a camera. I'm going to have to look over there every once in a while.
You're
going to see me hunch over, too. Look at me hunch over. Like, dang it.
Okay.
Okay.
No Notre Dame.
Okay.
Facts.
And so I decided to wake up at 12 and run to Best Buy to get all this stuff. And if I move this is really the thing right here that pulls
Facts.
it all together.
Facts.
And we can hear ourselves now, and we have these mics that we have to kind of be right in front of their dynamic mics, so you have to be right here. And we even have little buttons that we can do sound effects with. I'm getting sidetracked already.
Fact. I mean, this is what we're about now. We're upgrading. We're up.
But this thing's awesome. Like,
Facts.
quality is high tier. I mean, tenfold.
Way better than what we were working with beforehand.
But okay, so I went to Best Buy. Great, they had all this stuff. Sunk about $525 into all this.
True.
And we have another mic for Tristan and stuff like that. And
We don't hate him, by the way. We don't actually hate him.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He had to do something today.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing about 3 hosts is if someone's busy, the show still goes on.
That's
Even
good.
if one host is there, we might be able to.
All right, now, dude, we just got this. Hold up.
I'm gonna put these over here. Okay, but
Dang it.
So great, we got the stuff. I headed downtown. So this is where we filmed our very first episode, which was extremely echoey.
Facts.
So for our second episode, like we said last week in our last episode, we found a new home for our podcast in a building that our school provided to us. Frank Brown, yes. We are CSU students, Columbus State University.
Yep.
And we're thankful for the things that they provide us, but sometimes they can be a bit...
Facts. Kind of, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't even, what's the word for doing stuff that doesn't make sense? Stupid.
No, look, we'll get
Not
into
stupid,
that.
not
So we
stupid.
went to Frank Brown, right? This building downtown. There's 2 campuses. There's the main campus, which is what we're at right now, and there's downtown about 15 minutes away in the city. And
Facts.
this main campus is kind of all on its own. It's like a regular college campus.
Yeah.
And then there's the city campus. So downtown campus is closer to where we all live. So we'd rather film there because it's about 15 minutes closer. So we went down there and we tried to find
Just a room.
Yeah, a school building, or a room in one of our school buildings to film in. And you'd think, since we are paying students, we could find a room to use, right?
Just
No.
that simple.
So Frank Brown, it's the newest, nicest building that the school has.
Facts.
And they have dozens and dozens of empty conference rooms that no one uses. I mean, the building's huge, and there were probably 15 people in there working
Yeah.
in their little offices. And, okay, so we reserved a time last week every Wednesday and Friday from 2:30 to 4:30. And we were late today because I was getting the stuff. Savian was running late. And so, whatever. They have dozens of buildings or dozens of rooms, and no one's trying to get in them. You'd think we could run an hour late and still be fine. But
Facts.
they kicked us out, and they said we can't use those rooms anymore. So whatever. Okay, I guess that's fine. So we went down to 2 other CSU buildings. No rooms.
Yeah.
And so we decided we ended up back here.
Facts. Square one. Back where we started.
So, yeah, I guess we're back here. And we wanted to leave this room because, 1, it was further away, like I said, and 2, because it was echoey. But with this new setup, I think echo's fine.
Yeah. I feel like the other room we had, the environment was way, better. Like, it just looked better and it felt better to be in here. This is space for the commoners.
Can you hand me a napkin?
Space for the common folk. There's a napkin in that spoon right there.
No, there's... Okay.
Oh, okay. But, yeah. back to square one. I feel like this isn't bad. It definitely works. You know, it doesn't sound anything like it did the first time.
Oh, yeah, this is fine. But it was really, now that we have a good setup, it's really the thing about it's just further away.
Facts. Because, yeah, the echo, there's not going to be that much. Like, really, the quality is not going to be any different other than the looks of it. And there's also a TV that we're trying to implement at some point if we can actually get the room working type deal. But for right now, what we want is work. This works. This is good.
Yeah, this is fine. And eventually, we would like to have, there was a TV we could have behind us and we could display things on it, whatever we wanted. But that's kind of advanced. That's elite podcast.
Right. We're getting there. We're working there.
Yeah. I mean, episode 3, we've already sunk $500 in. I mean, we're getting somewhere.
Facts.
But so
True.
Either way, you can find us on all of our socials at whatever podcast. I haven't made them yet. I'm still putting it off. I will do it today. But
there you go.
I think it should be whatever podcast or the whatever podcast or whatever podcast 2020. It will be in the description. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok probably.
Facts.
As well as YouTube, Spotify, and all the places that you actually watch the podcast.
True.
So that will be there. So another thing is today we don't actually have a time limit. Our other 2 episodes, Tristan had to go to work, so we had to end. And the thing is, we could keep going without Tristan if he ever has to go to work again.
Facts.
We're doing it without, we didn't really think about it.
True. We do it without me, you know.
Yeah, and
all
me
that.
too. But I mean, I'm kind of necessary.
Yeah. Facts. You know.
But so we can do that from now on. And today we don't have a time limit for the first time. And we want to talk about really the podcast this episode because we have a lot of stuff lined up. And we've briefly glossed over our goals and our ideas and things, but we really want to dive into that this episode. And so we'll start off with kind of the new structure.
Thanks.
So it is the whatever podcast, but we don't want it to be all over the place. And I feel like with a broad genre, I guess, of whatever we want,
Thanks.
the structure needs to be a bit tight so that we don't fly all over the place and people don't know where we're going with things. So we're going to have kind of like segments, and we're going to have our main topic every week or most weeks, which will either be our guest, and we had an idea to where the episode before our guest comes on, we talk about whatever our guest is all about.
Right.
So if they're a gamer, we'll talk about games to kind of brace our audience for what's about to come. Maybe we can talk about terms that we'll be using so they're not completely left in the blue and don't know what's happening. We'll talk about what we know about gaming. Maybe we can come up with questions we want to ask the guest naturally. So the episode before, whether it's a business owner, a gamer, a kombucha creator,
Facts.
well, whatever
if we
it
didn't
is.
make them mad today.
Yeah. And so,
That's a whole different story.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of our plan for guest episodes and episodes before guests. And we decided that no matter how big this goes, how many guests we have, we'd like to have at least like 30% of our episodes to be just us solo.
Right.
And so those episodes, we can talk about whatever we want to.
Right.
Like this episode, our main topic is the podcast itself.
True.
We talked about this quite a bit earlier while we were eating. So we're going to go into segments, like I said, and we're going to have like a news segment where we just talk about the most recent news. We're going to have a segment with our thoughts. I don't know exactly what we're going to call that one, but I mean, we have a ton of random thoughts that we want to share and just talk about.
True.
And that's kind of what we did last podcast. It was
Facts.
just a bunch of random thoughts. And so we thought we'd have a segment where we just talk about what's on our mind.
Facts.
And we can kind of naturally put it in there. And then, of course, we're going to have our big news story. So, you know, let's start with one of those. So what's been on your mind recently?
What's been on my mind?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me go into my notes right now. Notes.
Okay.
Because I got a lot of... See, look, I'm one of those people, like I'm a very sporadic person. I'm always thinking about something so much to the point where I'm starting to write it down. So let's go into my notes right now.
I'm like
see
that
what
too,
I got going.
because I hate forgetting things, even if it's not important.
No, I'm a very forgetful person now. ADHD, you ever heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, man. Dang it.
I definitely have that. Is that where you move a lot?
Well, ADHD is kind of...
You forget things.
Yeah, forgetful.
I have them both. I mean, I'm sure you can already tell. I don't stop moving. I never stop moving.
Thanks. All right, let's get it going.
While you're looking at those, look, I have one, okay? What do you think about anime?
Anime?
Yeah.
So when I was growing up in high school and in middle school, I didn't have a lot of friends going into it. So, like, literally, I'd get home. Like, when I woke up before school started, I'm watching 2-3 episodes. When I get back from school, I'm watching, like, 10, 18 episodes of Naruto. And I really think it I want to get back into it, but I don't have as much free time with being a CSU athlete.
You have a job now?
Have a job now.
You have this?
Yeah.
Gotta hang out with your friends.
Facts. And those I'm putting hanging out with my friends over, anime.
Yeah.
So
and so just to put this out there, anime episodes are a little shorter. There's no commercials and they're only 20 minutes long. So not trying to make you seem like a maniac. You just said you used to watch like 20 episodes a day.
That's facts. Yeah. These are 18
and that's still
episodes.
A lot of time, but it's not as much as you might think.
Facts.
And so for people that don't know, you got to think about this. So since it's such a broad thing, we got to explain a lot of stuff.
Yeah, true.
Because we all have our own little expertise, but if we're talking about something new, we got to learn with our audience, right?
Right. Facts.
And so we're getting better at it. We're getting better at hosting. And we're just got to learn how our listeners listen. But anime is a Japanese animated series, and people usually listen to it with subtitles at the bottom. And a big misconception is that it's for children, but it's not. I mean, there's ones with extreme gore, really intense stories. There's ones with sex in it, and there are plenty for kids, like Pokemon and Naruto can be for kids, but there's plenty that aren't for kids or that are strictly not for kids.
Right.
And when I watch anime, I'm really getting into it now. I'm starting to get into it. I think in the past 3 weeks, I've probably watched I'd say three anime series all the way through, and I've only ever watched 4.
Yeah.
So I'm really starting to get into it, and it's because of my girlfriend Stella. She's always been a big fan, but I've realized that they're very specific. Like we watched one about it's called Demon Slayer, and they slay demons. It's a regular world, except there's demons in it.
They slay
and
demons.
There's people that gotta slay them. It's as simple as that.
Thanks.
Okay, I realized this. There's this one called Millionaire Detective, and I asked her what it's about, and she was like, "It's about a detective that's a millionaire."
I mean, it's simple as that.
Yeah, and so
Naruto is about Naruto.
Okay, well, that's.
But I mean, yeah.
Wait, what is that about exactly?
Okay, so Naruto.
That's one of the biggest ones, and I've never really known.
So I didn't understand this as a kid, but Naruto is all about military power, and I just thought it was a whole bunch of ninjas fighting each other. But when you look into it, it's all about military power, and that kind of makes it more boring for me because I just like the thoughts of ninjas just attacking each other. But they gotta have a reason to fight.
Yeah.
So it's all about military. Naruto, he's from what's called the Hidden Leaf Village, where that's just where he's from. And there's all these other villages, and they go to war with people who used to be from the Hidden Leaf Village, but then they wind up becoming the most powerful ninjas. So yeah, it's just all about ninjas, really.
Okay, so also to put this out there, there's animes that are super, super long. So there's this one called One Piece. I think there's 950 episodes. All of the Naruto series. There's Naruto. There's Naruto Shippuden, Boruto even.
Yeah.
How many episodes? Just a guess.
Now I know Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. That's already 700 right there.
I thought Shippuden was 900 or 700 alone.
No. So Shippuden is 500, and then the first Naruto is 200, 220, I think.
Boruto's new, so I imagine it's not that many yet.
There's probably 40 episodes or something like that out right now. I wouldn't exactly know.
And so I don't know the exact math, but wait, so we're saying there's 750 total?
Something around 800. Really, I think 800 is probably a good number.
So that's 250 hours.
Right, that's what I'm saying. For 18 minutes.
Yeah. Of
sheer Naruto, bro.
That's insane. And so, I just want to put that out there. But what made me think of this is the most popular show, not only in America, but in the world right now, is an anime, Attack on Titan. Most popular show in the world right now.
Is this true?
Yes.
Most popular show right now is Attack on Titan.
In America and the world, Attack on Titan. Okay. And it's because I think Attack on Titan began in 2011.
Yeah.
And so anime, they have to draw the animation. So it takes about 2 to 3 years in between each season. So it's only season 4. And even though it's the final season, it is only season 4. And there's 24 episodes a season. So there will be about 100 by the time it's over. And season 4 started 2 months ago. And it's the most popular show in the world. And they're only on episode 8. Think about it. It's going to be the most popular show in the world until it's over. Because, these people are going to keep watching. You know
I'm trying to think of what other popular shows there are right now.
So I know that's in 3 months. It's going to be the most popular show in the world for 3 months.
Thanks.
Because only more people are going to watch it as it gets crazier if it's ending.
You'd imagine, yeah.
What other shows are out there? I'm
thinking because I know, bro, I feel like Stranger Things was. I guess we're out of the Stranger Things era. I never really watched it.
No, the last season came out a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure when it comes out again, maybe, but.
I used to hear a lot about Riverdale every day.
Nah, it's
Dang
a bad show.
Bad, just that simple.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible show. Let's see.
What other big shows are there
what's
right
it called?
now?
What's that Lion show called?
Oh my god.
That's the last big show I
my
remember.
gosh.
That's the
About to
Lion
upset
King,
me.
right?
No.
What's it called?
No,
not Lion King.
Di-
Wait. You know? No? Oh,
No,
we
I know
we
what
have a
you're
friend
talking-
here. So
the
if you hear
show
us
with the
reference
lion.
someone, our friend's here eating her salad. So if you hear chomping, then blame her.
Right, facts. Come on, now ruining production. It don't make no sense.
Lion
Lion King?
No.
No.
Lion... Wait, what?
I'm about to let me
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
Let me
look
use
it
my
up for me,
resources.
Look it up for me.
Lion, Lion
The Lion...
show about lion right now.
He went to jail.
I mean, I really never watched
It's
it.
like... What's it called?
It's not Lion King.
No. Look it up. Show about lions. It came out at the beginning of quarantine.
You're talking about Tiger King.
Tiger King. Yeah, fact. I look
Tiger
up show
King.
about lions.
Wait.
I look up show about lions as Tiger King comes up. Dang it, man. Dang it.
They know.
Facts.
People are looking this up. So
Come on
that's
now.
the last like big boom show
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
And that was the beginning of quarantine almost a year ago. I don't remember what show blew up since then. Oh, I guess Queen's Gambit was big.
Oh yeah.
There
And
was,
then that Soul, the movie.
Ozark.
You know about Soul, like the animated movie?
Yeah,
I wanna
I
watch
didn't think that blew up, but I kind of want to see it.
I ain't gonna say it blew up neither, but I think like it was definitely a big thing.
I like Pixar movies. They're
Facts,
good.
I do too. I'm trying to see if I can look on Netflix. Dang it, they asking me to update it. Dadgummit.
Okay.
Just wanted to see
forget it,
top
forget it.
100 or top 10 movies right now.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
kind of where I'm at with anime, and I thought it was really cool because 5 years ago, anime you were like a weirdo. It was kind of
Shoot.
niche, and now I
Facts.
mean it is a like popular thing. Like if you don't watch anime of any
Yeah,
kind,
yeah.
it's a little weird.
I wonder if it's still like that in like junior high school, or was that just our ages of?
No,
junior
I
high
think it was our
school?
age. I think it's in junior
It's
high.
like
It
a
is like
thing.
it is now. Like most people watch it and talk about it.
Shoot, no, I felt like in junior high school you were dang. There was a group of people who watched anime. And they
No,
weren't
our
like
junior high, but
Yeah.
now I think it's probably like normalized.
Okay, I'm seeing.
And it was the same thing 5, 6, 7 years ago with video games. Exact same
Yeah,
thing.
no, yeah, my
And
granddad's
now-
era, yeah.
Now
not
everyone
granddad's,
plays
uncle's.
them.
Yeah.
So I just think it's
Facts.
crazy.
Now, what's crazy to me about anime is like I think about since anime is Japanese and all that, when you bring it to America, we're used to cartoons, we're used to stuff that's not that meaningful. The thing why I think anime is so good is because it's all meaningful, like it all has something behind it.
I don't know.
No,
about
okay. Now I haven't watched too many animes, but like I feel like you can find more meaning in anime than a cartoon. But my big thing is that
You agree? Our
my
friend here
big thing
agrees.
is
Have you
that-
watched any animes? You have? Like what?
One Piece.
One
Wait,
Piece.
really? I thought you weren't
No, I
an
knew
anime
she-
watcher.
I knew she watched one. Piece.
Okay.
I
So,
haven't really watched a lot
well,
in a while.
okay. So here's what I agree. But not where I agree. But let me put it like this. So
Okay.
when you think of cartoons, you're thinking of kid shows, right? When you think of animes, most
Yeah,
animes
yeah,
aren't just for
facts,
kids.
facts,
so you
facts.
got to think of adult cartoons. And okay, Family
Is there
Guy
such
comes up.
thing? Oh, okay.
Bro,
okay. My
we're
fault.
watching one right now.
Oh yeah.
There's a ton of meaning behind that show, is there not?
Do adults watch cartoons, man?
No, yes. All right, that's a great.
I mean,
okay, so me and Savian are watching through, and we're on the last 3 episodes of BoJack Horseman. Very good show.
Facts.
I really like it.
Facts.
And okay, I guess you might not be wrong in the fact that
I don't think my parents would watch it. I'll
You don't
be
think
honest.
so?
Like the topic and like if it was the same thing but real people, they're watching it 100% of the time.
Yeah,
But
I think
like,
mine might like it.
I don't know.
They might not mind it, and that's the thing. I think people write off animated things too
They do.
easily.
I agree.
Especially
I agree.
older people.
Yeah.
But okay, so BoJack Horseman, that one has a ton of meaning, but maybe the general anime has more meaning behind the general cartoon. But
Facts.
some cartoons can have just as much meaning. But
What's a cartoon, like an American cartoon that has a lot of meaning?
BoJack Horseman.
I mean, when that comes up on TV, because when I imagine it, now
Oh.
don't get it wrong, because I think
Things
if
don't
you're-
come on TV anymore. What are you talking about?
I think if I go to Japan right now, bro, I've seen it. Like Boruto is all on the dang walls and stuff
that's
like
fair.
that. You
but
know,
yeah, okay. But
so I just don't think like a show that comes on TV, like a cartoon that comes on. Well, I guess cartoons only come on TV for kids though.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You might have to look a
Dang
bit harder, but there are American cartoons out there that have meaning. But I guess when you think about it, anime does have a more message behind it. But the thing with me is, anime has a lot more filler. Like
bro, what? Yes, I agree.
And that kind of like evens it out for me because
you're right.
if I look on a website and I'm told, okay, skip episodes 7, 8,
facts.
19, and 24 and only
Do you
watch
do
half of 47, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm just not going to watch the anime.
Oh, okay.
and I know that like Hunter x Hunter's like that. Naruto can be like this. Naruto. I'm sure One Piece has 1,000 with those 900 episodes. I'm sure it has 1,000 filler episodes.
Filler and canon.
Can you? Yeah, you said yes.
And basically, now I guess we didn't really describe it, but filler episodes are like the episodes that don't have any. They're literally basically just for fun.
Yeah.
And the opposite of that is canon. So canon is what like it makes the story move forward pretty much.
And it's not even just for fun because some of them aren't fun.
Now, yeah, there's some.
It's just I've heard some of them are just boring talking, and the talk that they have doesn't even have anything to do with the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
that's what a filler episode is. And there's episodes I feel like in Naruto, and I was watching, there was like freaking 12 episodes back to back to back where it was straight filler. But at the same time, I kind of don't want like 20 episodes of back to back to back straight canon though. Like I don't know.
Why wouldn't you? What?
Okay, no, look, there's this one part in Naruto in particular. It was just like the most boring section, bro. Like they had to go to this town, and there was like a pink power that came out, and they were trying to extract this pink stuff from these people. It was just so boring. The most boring 25 episodes I ever watched. Like if I go back and watch it again, I'm skipping.
No, but why don't you want canon?
No,
you said you don't want straight canon. Why?
Because sometimes I just want to have. No, sometimes I just want to goof off. I just want to see them, eat some ramen and chop it up, bro. That's like I don't want to work every single day of my life. I just want to chop it up.
Okay, but wait, I think what you want is something in between a filler and a canon. Like there's those in between episodes because not every episode is a big boss fight, but not every episode is meaningless.
Right.
I think that's the majority of episodes is that in between.
Yeah, I guess.
One or two things might be relevant to the story, but it's not necessary, and it's just kind of in there, because they can't just go straight to the boss fight,
Yeah.
So.
Now, I didn't even get to it yet, though. My big thing with anime is I wonder if, like, people in Japan, if there's a big subgroup of people who watch cartoons the way we watch anime.
I think there's some, but I think it's more of a niche thing. It's not as as broad. Like, it's not as popular.
What would be I just don't see the goal in wanting to watch a cartoon.
A lot of, like, Mexicans, Latinos love The Simpsons. Did you know that? The Simpsons.
I didn't know that.
That's a good cartoon that we didn't think of.
Oh yeah, I mean Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad. Those are
pretty meaningless.
They're meaningless.
Family Guy. Simpson has some meaning, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I've never seen an episode or even a scene.
I think Simpson and Family Guy, they're kind of hand in hand. Like they're kind of
really.
Yeah. All three of them. I don't think they vary 5% from each other, bro.
Okay.
Like they literally, if you think about it, they're all the same show with the same kind of people getting at the same kind of thing.
Okay. Well, either way, that was my spill on anime, and over the last 3 weeks, like I said, I've really quadrupled my knowledge on anime and my interest in it. And even though my favorite television show will always be Game of Thrones, and I'll always stand by that, there's no anime that can compete, or regular show, or anything in the world. No movie, nothing.
Regular show, no cartoon.
No.
And no Rigby. Okay.
I will. I like anime, and I think it's good,
Facts.
and I can't wait to watch more. I watched One Punch Man, the very first anime years ago with my friend Chandler, and then I hadn't watched anime since. And in the past month, I've watched Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I've watched Demon Slayer. We just finished The Promised Neverland, and we're starting Fire Force. So look, when I was talking about random things, Fire Force is literally about a normal world. Anyone at any time can combust into a fire monster, and there's a team of people who have to go kill them.
Just like that?
Yes.
Promised
Neverland is about a world. Look, spoiler. The Fire Force one wasn't a spoiler, and the one I said earlier wasn't a spoiler. This is a spoiler. So if you're watching this, pause for 30 seconds. It's about this demon world, and there's a little camp of humans, and they're farming the humans to eat them because they like humans, but they only like humans if they're smart because they taste better when they're smart. And the kids figure this out, and they try and escape.
Okay.
I feel like it's so niche. There's an anime about a millionaire detective. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's some TV shows that are just about medieval times,
Yeah.
And these are, I don't know, I've found out that anime is a lot more specific.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going with this. It just came across my mind as I looked into more.
Now, my one thing, and I think this is the most recent thing I've added to my list, man. So, about men and female, just the anatomy, right? Wait, listen, hear me out.
I need you to go back a few seconds.
Okay.
What?
I was born a man. Okay. I think it's strange how technically any female and any male can have a kid. Now let's just ponder on that idea. You ever
I'm
just
not
thought
ready to
about
ponder.
that?
I'm not ready. I need you to elaborate more. What are you talking about?
Okay, if I see like it's not crazy to you. You just
No. So you're saying you think it's crazy that any male and female can just make a baby?
Yes. Like you could literally get with a woman and that could make a kid that
you
halfway looks
listening
like
to this?
you and
Do you hear
halfway
this?
looks like her, man. Dang it. Come on now. You can't tell me that's not,
So moving on, we really missed Tristan this episode. Tristan, please come back.
I just think it's insane, bro. You could literally have a kid with any female, bro. And it could be halfway like you.
Yes, I did go to science class.
Just think about it though.
I mean, it's not that crazy because
Okay,
it's
all
been
right.
like that. I don't know. I guess.
It's just something I
This
was
is like the
just
cell phone
pondering,
thing
bro.
last week. Did you bring that up on the podcast?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
You could call anybody and you could have a kid.
Yeah,
with
okay. Next
anybody.
topic.
Dang
What
it,
else do you have
man.
on your
Dang it.
phone?
What else do I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking about earlier. Oh, okay. So look, here's one. TikTok. What do you think? We brought this up earlier
TikTok.
and we kind of stopped because we wanted to save it for the podcast because this is a big topic.
TikTok, it rules the world right now.
You have TikTok? You do?
Right now.
You're on it right now. Okay.
I worked from 5 to 8 yesterday, and I was on it the whole time. Literally, I said I was gonna do work, didn't happen. TikTok, bro.
And it's such a crazy but simple idea. 60-minute video, not 60 minutes, 60-second videos.
Facts.
You can and they can all be widely different. You can, if you like one type of video, you can search that up and only watch those types.
Facts.
Or you can be scrolling for hours and watch thousands of types of content, 60 seconds each. And it's like TikTok also rules the music industry.
No, TikTok kind of rules everything. My parents are on TikTok, bro. I like many months ago they would say, well, first of all, many months ago I said I wouldn't do it. Like at the end of my middle to end of my senior year, I said I'd never get on TikTok. Fast forward a little bit, I'm on TikTok. I completely love it. Now fast forward a couple more months, my parents somehow find their way on TikTok. They don't even know how to double tap, how to like and go back to the TikTok they watched yesterday, bro.
And it rules trends, it rules music, it rules dances, it rules everything, and it rules what's popular and what's not.
Facts.
And so I think everyone in some way, shape, or form was in the same boat as you. I was never the person that said I'd never do it. I don't say that about many things because I was like, I don't know why I wouldn't like it. I mean, I might not have necessarily had it a year ago, but I wasn't like, I'll never do this. I just got it over time. But I will tell you, my mom got it pretty immediately and she loved it. But my dad swore to his creator above that he would never touch that app. Let's see. It was about 2 weeks ago, right?
Okay.
He was in his room. All right. An hour went by, 2 hours went by, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
He hobbled out and he said, I kind of like this TikTok thing. And he came over. He asked me a dozen questions, how to follow, how to like. I showed him, and I know what he likes, of course. So I showed him some people. Oh, you might like this guy. You might like this guy. You might like this dance, this sound, this thing. So I showed him all the stuff, and now he uses it. Maybe not daily, but he's on there. And just 2 nights ago, he was like, I want some dessert. I'm going to look on TikTok.
Just
so
like that?
He looked up fun, awesome, easy desserts in the search bar. And he was like, dang it, I can't find anything. Okay. So I knew a cooking guy, so I showed him that, and he was like, oh, this guy's awesome. So I followed him.
Just like that.
And I don't know. I feel like it's
for there's something for everybody.
Yeah, and so the thing is with TikTok, you have to put more effort into it than Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. So
to a degree.
Yeah.
I feel like the really cool thing about TikTok is I started TikTok. I wasn't liking everything I saw, but I was liking. My rule is I only like something if I laugh at it. That's my only rule. So now after you start liking the ones you like, it's literally a page for you, bro.
I should do that. Yeah, the For You page is amazing because
for you, man.
Literally over it probably takes like 2, 3, 4 hours if you watch. Your next time you get on, it'll be for you.
About like 95% of the stuff you want to see.
I'm a little bit different because if I think something's decent, like if I just see that they put in effort, I like it. As long as I don't hate it. If I don't like it, I won't like it. But
that's fair.
Anything that I don't dislike, I'll like.
Okay.
If I'm just so on it, I'll still like it.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know why, because I've tried making my own content before, and I know how much a like can make someone smile, or just a follow. Even if I never look at them again, that number can make people happy. And so that's why you should subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Facts. Yeah. All of it, bro. Listen to our podcast, man. Get it going.
Yeah, follow us on our socials. But I kind of came back to that because I want to make all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, all this, and TikTok, we're going to have to do a little bit more.
Facts.
And maybe we could even put some original content on TikTok. Maybe we could put out like a sneak peek. Maybe we could film something that's a minute long. I don't know what we'd do, but we could do whatever.
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool, and I think it's really easier than any other platform. Twitter's pretty easy, but it's definitely easier than Facebook or Instagram to blow up on, to get big, to get
all
seen.
you gotta do is true. No, I agree.
I mean, you get some small momentum, that's it. You're
good. Go.
I mean,
Golden.
TikTok to the moon. So it's
Facts.
like, you heard of Dogecoin to the moon? You on Twitter? No. Okay.
See,
never
look,
mind.
bro,
never mind.
nobody knows about
Okay,
Doge going to the
okay.
moon. Dang it.
So, you have anything else? Look, they know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. You have anything else?
Man, I got about one more thing, man.
Okay,
Let's take a look. Let's see if it was like. So you didn't like my last topic, bro?
Yeah, no more of those topics, please.
Nothing like
No
that.
science. I know we're at school, but no math or science.
Are we in the science building?
Yes, we are.
Okay, boom.
There's a lab across the hall from
Man,
us.
dang it. Okay. What's your opinion on this? Cussing with family.
I rarely cuss,
Okay.
and I always have. Like, I just haven't really done it that much, and you can attest to it too.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. And I feel like once you're over 18, 19, 20, it's fine. Like, I wouldn't be weirded out if I cursed a lot. And the thing is, like, it just doesn't feel natural to me. Like, if something messes up, I'm going to say, dang it, just because that's what I say, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd have to try to curse, you know? And so, I don't know. I don't mind it. Why? Do you feel uncomfortable when you're in there?
No. This is my thought. See, I've seen several different ways. I've seen the people, much like myself, the day you see me cussing in front of my family, you need to slap. Somebody else needs to come slap me for my parents.
Would they be upset?
Yeah, they'd be upset.
If you were 35, they'd be upset.
Yes, and the thing, I've had this conversation with them, and I've been having it for years on years. Because I know people that were my age in high school, 15, 14, 16.
Middle schoolers, yes.
that are cussing with their family, bro. And the thing is, like, in a way, I kind of envy it, and then in a way, I kind of understand
No, I don't envy it at all. In fact, it makes me a little uncomfortable. Not for any, like, I'm not, but just because that's not how I've ever like, thought of it, you know? And I don't know.
And see, I think my parents, they kind of look at it in a way that they look at it as disrespect. And it's not like I'm saying, oh, I want to get on here and cuss out my family. Heck no, that's not what I want to do. I just want to use words to, maybe I want to show I'm super upset at something, you know?
Yeah.
So, I just want to use it in a way to express myself.
Okay, that's understandable. And so, that's kind of well, give me a second here. Let me plug this in.
And I think I don't know, it's kind of cool to see and ask other families' parents, like, what do they think about their kids cussing? Because some people are like, well, he's a grown man when he gets to the age of 18. It don't matter anymore. He's doing his own thing. Well, and my parents kind of see it in a way as, you're always going to relate to me. If you're doing something bad or good, it's going to end up back at me, which I kind of don't like that way of thinking. Like, I don't want it to be where if I do something bad, it goes to them. Like, I don't mind giving them credit for doing something good. But
I don't think it's their fault. I think that's the world. Like, I can see that.
And I just don't like, I don't know if society looks at things like that. Like, if I do something bad, I don't want you to look at my parents and say, what'd you do to this kid?
I think it is like that to a degree.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how extreme it is, but it's like that in some ways. And I will say this pretty confidently, I don't think my parents would care as long as I didn't do it every sentence.
Right.
And it wasn't around my little brother and sister all the time.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, I mean, I hear it. My mom cusses in front of her dad who's over all the time.
Oh, really?
But but he's like 75 and she's like going on 60 or something. I don't know.
I can attest she's not 60. But
she's like 45. She's going to be upset at me when she hears that. But
right. Yeah.
So I think it's okay with my family. And I don't think my family sees cursing as a bad thing. Like, if I curse and I'm 25 and I'm next to my parents and we're out in public, they're not going to look at my parents and be like, But I don't know. That's just kind of how I've always seen it, and especially more recently as I get older, I guess I've seen it a little bit differently.
Shoot, I just always thought it was crazy, brother. People in high school, man, my friends, I've had friends that would literally cuss out their parents, like out, and I mean it's just a different.
It
way
was
of
always
living.
the white kids, wasn't it?
I mean, not the, but
Okay, wait. So look, this was good. We're at about 35 minutes. This thing's so handy. Look, I want to talk about it for a second. Okay, so I can mute myself and just go do something. I can mute you. Try and talk. Yeah, no, you're not being heard. Okay. All right, so I can. Let me see.
Oh, you got.
I can move my microphone up and down. All right. Let me get back where it was. There we go.
Okay.
I can turn up our headphones so we can hear louder or quieter. We don't even have to use these, honestly. I just kind of like it.
Oh, okay,
so we know
okay.
something's going on. And then I have 4 buttons here where I can have preset sounds. I'm going to click one just to see what happens.
Facts. I don't think nothing happened.
Yeah, no, nothing happened. Okay. But we can set 4 things like applause, laughter. We can make it cheesy. Or it could be something. We could set something there. Like if we wanted a little 5-second clip of us saying something that was funny, and we put it there and we could hit it anytime.
Facts.
And also, we're going to implement this in the future. Over here, we can connect our phone and take a phone call. And so if someone calls us, we can answer it, plug it in, and we can talk to them on the show.
Oh, okay.
And we can do up to 2. And those 2 people can be talking to each other. So it could literally be us 3 and someone on the phone. If we have an interview or something, or someone, if Joe Biden says he can take a phone call.
Yeah, Joe's like, oh, I got 15 minutes.
yeah.
I'm like, cool,
throw him on the show.
it.
But I also feel like with this setup, since this is so much higher quality, echo is non-existent, and it's pretty mobile. I mean, we only need a sliver of a table or a surface to put this on. We can do this in more places. Like we could do this at my house. So maybe we'll find more of a permanent setup to get going. But look, let's move into our next spot, which was the news. All right. We have a news segment that we want to do. All right.
Okay.
So we think of, or not think of, but we look at, recent news and we just talk about it. So you've heard what's going on in Texas, right?
Yeah, everybody's heard what's going on.
Linda brought this up to us. And I kind of forgot about it. It's kind of crazy.
Linda.
So do you know what happened exactly?
Okay, this is my understanding. So some of my favorite content creators, Jake told me everything leads back to Texas or New York, and I hate it, but because the more I see it, the more it's true.
They're the center of the world.
Well, they call that Ecuador, but anyway. But okay, so my favorite YouTubers, or some of my favorite YouTubers, Berleezy and RDC World, they're both in Texas right now, and I know and I've seen memes on it, power outages, and that's like on top of all the snow they're getting, and apparently it's been snowing everywhere. I don't know too much about all that. It's just been a meme on TikTok. All my dang knowledge comes from TikTok. But I know they're having problems trying to ship out their own merch just because nothing's going on in Texas. Like you can't get anything going.
Yeah,
having all types of power outages.
I saw things on Twitter, and people's ceiling fans would have icicles hanging halfway down to the floor, like down to here, on their ceiling fans, and it's crazy. And from what I've heard, it's because Texas. So there's like a federal, I don't know what it's called, like AC. Oh God, I don't know, but every state is on one type of climate, control thing, right?
Okay.
So if it gets too hot, it gets too cold, the federal government can come in and help. But Texas wanted to be on their own, right? And so they weren't prepared for this because it's never this cold there. And well, now it's taking a long time for the big guys to come in and step in. So they're kind of stuck on their own. And so I don't even know what's going to happen. And I've also heard that they're shutting down people's AC on purpose because they don't have the power. So they're just shutting it down. And I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man, I saw on on Snapchat the other day, one of them Paul brothers, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, the taller one, the older one, who's that Logan?
Logan, yeah.
He was talking about moving to Texas for some reason like that, like they're on their own type of thing. Something to do with their taxes or something, man.
Oh, no. So Texas doesn't have income tax.
Yeah.
Income tax. It's income tax.
I didn't want to say that because I almost didn't believe it, but I don't know nothing about it.
No, it is true. They don't have income tax. And also, their houses are really cheap, depending on where you get it, of course.
Yeah.
And so, the 2 biggest places where content creators, streamers, YouTubers, podcasters live is L.A.
Yeah, I was
and
going to say
Texas,
L.A. I thought you were about to say New York.
Mainly Austin and Arlington, right outside of DFW. Those are the 2 main areas in Texas, and it's kind of between LA and Texas. And it used to be in New York. I don't know why that changed.
I couldn't imagine streaming in New York.
Why?
Bro, it's always, I don't know. For what I would like to do with streaming, New York is not the place. The only thing that would be good is having the people. I'm sure a lot of people would be willing to do a lot of stuff, random people on the side of
RL
the
streaming
street.
would be fun.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't see New York as a place I'd want to live in general,
Okay.
For a long time anyway.
Next.
Next.
Kim Kardashian has filed
Oh,
for
man.
divorce.
Jeez, Louise.
What do you think?
Man, me and Tristan were just talking about this today.
Is he a big fan of the Kardashians, keeping up with the Kardashians? 'Cause I never have been. I don't think I ever will be.
He's just a big fan. He likes Drama Alert and stuff like that. I remember when I was training for my job, we spent 2 hours just looking at Drama Alert, me and him. and that's when like all the whole
What's drama
Kanye-
alert? Tell the people.
Drama alert. So what's his name? Keemstar.
Keemstar, yeah.
So and I kind of hate it, but he like just goes on and talks about the latest drama.
No. So he's a YouTuber and he talks about YouTube news.
Right.
He's a YouTuber and he talks about YouTube drama between YouTubers, big deals happening between YouTubers. So that's kind of what
Right.
he does.
And I don't know
his
too much about Keemstar.
show is called Drama Alert. So
I don't like drama in general.
it's fun. It's entertaining.
It's
I
entertaining.
think if you say you don't like drama, you have to be lying at least a little bit. You know.
like I try to keep away from it, like
Okay.
all drama. I mean,
I like to watch it.
like when we almost got hit in the car, bro. You notice how I didn't want to look back. I didn't want to see what that man was doing. I didn't want to look, bro. Dang, over. Yeah, exactly. Dang it, bro. I just hate drama.
So wait, this started with Kim Kardashian. Where are you going? Oh, that's why you don't like the Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
No, I was just saying that Tristan, he doesn't necessarily like the Kardashians. He just likes when big stuff about big people comes out. Now what were we talking about? Kanye West, something. I forget what we
yeah.
were talking about. ADHD.
I thought this happened like a month ago.
It
but
feels like it.
Kim Kardashian filed for a divorce. This happened a while ago. I don't know why this is just coming out. Oh, she got the court documents.
So that's probably what happened recently.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I guess. But I wonder why. They never really said what. There was that big
Do you
rumor.
think that rumor is true?
Like, so there's a few, you know what we're talking about. God dang it. There's like 2 months ago. What was it? 2 months ago, there was a rumor that
Probably a month ago.
Kanye cheated on Kim with a big celebrity called Jeffree Star.
No, not Jeffree Star.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
Jeffree Star. It was the other dude.
And
James Charles?
no. It was Jeffree Star.
Okay, yeah, I'm tripping.
Jeffree Star is this rich man, and so I guess people thought Kanye was sleeping with this guy, but I don't think that was true. What do you think? You think it was true?
No.
I don't think it was true either. But no, I think it came out that it was not true. Someone on TikTok started that rumor.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because I used to watch Jeffree Star, but he came out with a video like saying that he didn't cheat on Conway, and he thought it was
Conway.
whatever his name.
He didn't cheat with Kanye.
Conway.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But that was
go.
started on TikTok.
Yeah. And see, dang it, TikTok's ruining everything, man.
I feel like
TikTok's
TikTok
ruining
is
everything.
required to be
a part
of content creation.
Yeah.
Whether it's even if it's not your main focus and you're a YouTuber, you gotta have TikTok to promote your stuff. Like it's just
Right.
necessary at this point.
Thanks.
Okay, so next, look, Avatar is coming out with a Netflix live action series.
My dad, he's a big fan of Avatar. Always has
Really?
been. Like literally, I could just go in there. Like I remember there was a fan. Like if I come into his room, 9 times out of 10, he's watching some Avatar. Just always been a big Lifetime fan. I don't know. I guess I didn't really grow up with Avatar, so I couldn't care for it. you know?
When was it popular? Like the 90s? I thought it was like a early thousands thing when we were kids.
No, I mean, well, I don't even think that counts as when we were kids. We were dang watching anime just anything at 1 or 2. That's still my dad's era, kind of.
Let me see.
You know.
Oh, it came out in 05.
Okay,
old's
that's
your dad?
fair. He's 49. He just turned 49.
Oh, so he
So
was
05.
35.
He was
34.
something about something like that.
Okay. That's an anime, right?
Born in
Is it?
72.
No, it's not. Because it's
Bro, it's Avatar.
it's American animated.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it has to
man,
be Japanese animated, but it's kind of close.
I think it counts.
So is
In my
Pokemon an anime? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay.
Has to be.
All right. So there wasn't a ton of news. In fact, like the news thing, it's kind of hit or miss because there can be
Thanks.
some giant stories that we really want to talk about, or they can be
Now,
absolutely nothing like today.
One thing I do want to say is we talked about it early too. Lil Uzi's diamond, bro. Oh wait, no, there's a ton we can talk about. Okay, Lil Uzi's diamond. Thoughts?
Explain. You got to explain. Remember,
Okay.
Who's
Lil
Lil
Uzi Vert.
my dad has no clue.
Okay.
I'll tell you. I'm thinking.
Jake's
Look,
dad.
when we have a podcast,
Okay.
I'm thinking of my dad. I'm thinking of my
Okay,
mom.
that's
I'm
fair,
thinking of my
that's fair.
grandfather, and I'm thinking of my friends. If
Okay.
you're talking about something from the '90s, you got to explain to the new. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair. Lil Uzi Vert. He's a rapper. He came out. He was in what's called the 2016 Double XL Freshman. What that means is that he came to the scene in like 2016. So now he's a very famous artist. He's been exploding over these past 4 or 5 years or so. And now he done got to the point to where he got so much money, he put like a $20 million pink diamond right in the middle of his forehead, like 21 Savage. Well, let me not bring him up. But he just has a pink diamond right in the middle of his forehead.
21 Savage doesn't have that. He has a
No,
cross.
yeah, 21 Savage, he just
It's
has.
actually a knife. You know that, right?
It's a knife, bro.
I thought it was a cross.
It's a knife. No.
Okay. I thought it was a cross for the
Bro,
longest
it was
time.
literally a TikTok, or not a TikTok.
Because it's always on God. You know?
But yeah. So I just don't know how I feel about getting a $20 million diamond on your forehead. I don't know how I feel about getting anything permanent on your forehead type deal, you know?
And I'm not a big fan of many permanent body markings. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
even
what
a
I'm
fan of
saying.
tattoos. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah. All right.
A diamond on your forehead, like it protrudes out. I don't know how I
Right.
feel. Like, what if it got ripped off somehow?
Yeah, I
you
saw
know?
something about Lil Uzi's gonna be watching out when he crowd surfs down. And then like they have Thanos' fist him taking out his
Oh
like,
yeah,
vision.
yeah. Oh wait, speaking of that, look. So Disney Plus just came out with WandaVision.
Oh,
the new show,
WandaVision,
and I
facts.
heard apparently it is amazing.
Okay.
Have you watched all the Marvel stuff?
I watched WandaVision some of it.
Is it good?
I
I've-
only watched like the first like maybe 3 episodes.
No. So listen to this. I heard episode 1 and 2 are some of the most boring film ever
Yeah.
created on Earth. Was it boring? Like it was black and white and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was really boring, but
Hmm.
it definitely got interesting as you went on.
I heard like 3 and 4 is like it explodes. Like it turns into this amazing show and people love it. And so
Okay.
they just came out with episode 10. I assume it's weekly. So I
Right.
guess this has been going on for like 2.5 months. But I just heard
Thanks.
about it. I didn't even know it dropped. But I'm gonna have to check it out because I like all the Marvel stuff.
Okay.
And
I got one more piece for you.
what's up?
Something that's been on my conscience.
Let me know. Come on.
Kodak Black, another artist in the 2016 Double XL freshman. He was popping around that time.
Yeah.
Just came to the scene.
Uh-huh.
He was in jail for the longest time.
I remember.
I don't know how long he was, but President Donald Trump, one of his last actions was to let out Kodak Black and another rapper. I don't know who the other
Wasn't it
dude
Lil
is.
Wayne?
Oh yeah, that's right. Presidential pardon. Lil Wayne, Kodak Black.
What do you think about it? I remember.
I think
He pardoned a ton of people.
Facts. I don't know. I think that's good as the last thing as a president, bro. Do something that people like. I think that was.
I don't want to get into this, man.
I think it was smart. But I just really
no.
like Kodak Black, and I'm glad to see. Like, I don't know. I hate how so popular people can get out of things easy just because.
Yeah,
they're
if anything,
popular.
I don't really like that. Like,
Right, I don't
pardon-
like that.
And it's
But,
like,
you
man,
know.
we could. I mean, this could be its own episode.
But at the
Just
same
talking
time, I
about
do
this
want to
guy.
hear YNW Melly make new music. Another up and coming artist. You know.
Huh?
Is
Is he still in jail? No, I know he's still in jail. Right?
YNW Melly. He has.
Isn't it for life?
I don't know how long it's for.
Pretty sure it was for murder.
But he has
Pretty
murder
sure
on
that
his
should be
mind.
Look, wait. Look, so he came out with a song called "Murder on His Mind," and then about 3 months later, he murdered. It came out that he murdered someone.
Yeah,
like
one
right
of his-
before that song came out.
Yep.
And so I mean, you can imagine the memes. But I think he
That's
got jail for
stupid.
life. And he
I like
is,
his music,
he
though.
was really good.
He was
He
like
was like a young prodigy.
From him.
Yeah,
You can't
but-
take that away from him.
He can't do anything now. I guess he was good because
Facts.
unless and think about it, even if it's not for life, he's gonna get out at 65. What's he gonna do? I got murdered. on my mind.
I got murder on my mind.
I don't know. But whatever.
know.
I don't know. It like if I'm a fan of a artist at all, or no. If I'm a fan of a celebrity, I'm not going to be less of a fan of them. If maybe even stop being
Yeah.
a fan of them if they go to jail, especially if it's for something
can't
that
do it.
drastic. You know what I mean?
See, this is my thing about all types of artists, everything, bro. I really don't care about your history, what you do outside of rapping. If I like your song, I like your song. Ain't no two ways about
That's fair. Like I can't be upset at you about that, but
Yeah.
like
Now,
I just can't agree. You know?
yeah, and I just can't. If I like your stuff and I like what you're doing, I'm not just gonna stop liking what you're doing. Like I can still respect. Now I don't got to respect you as a person now, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna still be singing your song now. Don't get it
Okay.
wrong.
Because
That's how I feel about it.
I don't know. It just sits wrong. And it's the same way with like politicians. I'm thinking of one right now. Artists, actors, whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And if they get caught for having some marijuana, then I don't care.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's.
But I'm talking murder or robbery or tax fraud.
I feel like if it
it's
was
like,
somebody
why?
in a movie, it'd be different. But like I don't know, because that means it's probably almost been kind of normalized for people in the music industry, which kind of sucks. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah. You know, like
But-
4 years ago, what's that guy's name? Lionel Messi, the soccer player.
Lionel Messi.
Yeah, you know, he got caught he didn't do his taxes. He tried to get away with not doing his taxes. This man has hundreds of millions of dollars.
Facts.
Like that just upsets me. Like I don't want to like him. I didn't even
I don't
watch
watch
soccer to
soccer,
begin
so.
with. Yeah, I've never even watched a game. But it's like why? I just don't understand it. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. But okay, so we're 15 minutes in. This is our longest episode. That's
good.
How are you feeling?
Man, we're making progress, making
right.
great leaps and bounds.
So let's move on from this, and I want to talk about the podcast. All right, so we've glossed over this, like I said earlier, but I want to get into like what our goals are, what our ideas are, our structure, our content, our guests. So let's start off with this. We have a new structure that we talked about, and we'll get more solid with this because it was kind of loose today.
Yeah.
But and we still
better than our other episodes.
Yeah, I mean, all of this between the monstrosity you heard last episode and this episode, it's been 3 days. So we really got our stuff together. But we're going to continue to improve, of course. And so our structure is what you just heard. Our content, okay, so guests-wise. So I've talked about guests, and we have some guests kind of lined up. So first off, I did talk about the professional gamer, the professional Valorant player. And okay, so for the older people, Valorant is a 5 versus 5 shooter. It's kind of like CSGO, and he's a professional. And it's actually kind of like it's really hard to be professional.
Yeah.
So we have him lined up. We don't have to get too deep into it yet. That will be for a later episode. We have some local business owners. We have a couple that owns a CBD shop that will probably be on the show, and she can come on talk about what it's like to own a business here in Columbus, Georgia. She can talk about CBD. There's a lot of misconceptions.
The misconceptions.
The
that's the word.
pros and cons, because a lot of people, especially down in the South, who hate weed for some reason, she can kind of explain it to them. And we're going to get a lady, and this is why I mentioned it earlier, that owns a local kombucha shop. We can talk about what kombucha is, because until we literally stumbled into her shop, we did not know what it was, the benefits.
A day of my life.
And it's good. It's really good.
Solid, yeah. Something you got to get used to.
Yeah, and so we're going to do that. And we're going to put flyers up around our town, around our school, around our city, in these local businesses. Hopefully, if they come on our show, they'll let us throw a flyer up. Maybe on your dorm, so your roommate can see. Think she'll listen?
Maybe.
Okay.
You know.
So we have guests like that. And, I mean, we've only asked 4 people, and 3 have said yes.
Facts.
And, I mean, it only took us like 30 minutes, so we could ask unlimited people.
True.
I really want to have a politician on.
Yeah. Just all types of people from all different
really anyone,
walks of life.
Athletes, gamers.
Tristan wants to get a chef on.
owners.
I think that'd be cool.
Oh, chef, yes. I mentioned that too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And a chef would be really, really cool, especially like a higher end one. We mentioned
Facts.
this.
Be a
But I
learning
think after we
experience for
dogged
me.
on Epic, I don't know.
yeah, facts.
Maybe a
facts,
salt
facts.
cellar chef.
True.
That's
Haven't been
another
there
local
yet.
restaurant. That'd be cool, because I heard their food's actually good. Yeah, wait, we don't want a sucky chef. Why would we want Epic chef?
Facts.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, we wouldn't want them anyway.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Or a McDonald's chef. That'd be cool.
Wait a second. A McDonald's. That could
you have
be
a job?
me and you.
Nope.
Not right
Okay,
now.
wait. Go to McDonald's, get a job, and then come on the show.
Yeah, then I would be the dang it,
Okay.
man. We can talk about shoes. That's what I do.
But yeah, so like, I mean, when I think of what the show is about, whatever, then we could have whoever on, like literally anyone we think is interesting. And if we know nothing about what they do, we can discuss, we can find out, and we can have them on.
Best case scenario, if anything.
Yeah, and that's really what that episode before is about.
Right.
To kind of like just get ready and talk about it amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I think about things I want to have on, I really want a politician. And I don't know how obtainable it is, but like the mayor of the city, Columbus, that'd be dope. Or even a smaller one. I bet my mom is more into that, so I could ask her.
Yeah.
Let me think. We could have athletes like runners.
We talked about some professors up at the school.
Oh,
possibly.
yeah. Faculty. Well, not just faculty, but like professors or deans.
True, yeah.
Or the president. I don't know. Maybe he'd get on.
Somebody.
And,
Mark Wood.
Who?
That President Mark Wood. Ain't that his name? I don't know. I think it's Mark Wood.
I mean, I barely attend. I get all C's. But I do attend, just barely.
Okay. Just enough.
What was I thinking of? We could get like we really could get anyone on. So if you have something to the viewers, if you have something that you like, or not necessarily a person you think of, because I don't know how many of you. I mean, I'm sure people listening to episode 3 probably live in this area. But as this expands, there's not probably a ton of people that live here. So professors.
Whoa.
Wait, what is it called?
Professors?
No, not professors.
Professions.
Like that you like. Nursing, I don't know. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want us to talk about, just let us know about it.
Yeah, we can find someone somewhere, and if you have a person you want us to ask, tell us. We'll try our best. And the first place we're going to promote the show is our school, because they have areas where students can promote their own things. And I feel like a younger audience is what this will help with. So, or this is, or
Facts. I mean, I just feel like the school is a good way to start. Like,
it's a great beginning.
Bro, I feel like we can get, bro, I can receive emails from students and I do surveys all the time, bro. Just send this
Wait, we
link to
can.
everybody,
Can we
bro.
just send this out to all the students? Are we just allowed to do that? Or do we
Why
need
not?
permission?
Why couldn't we?
Okay, yeah. Are we allowed to?
Bro, why not? Who's going?
But I don't know how. Do we
like,
type in each and every student's email? Because that's not me. You got that.
I can do it. I'm sure there's a list or something.
Wait, Linda, look. $5 a month. You're our manager. What do you think?
$5 a month.
You run our TikTok. You run all of our socials. you plan all of our. I don't know.
You get
But
good at
yeah,
it.
we're gonna start this at our school. But if I can put this up in local businesses and post this on social media, which is really how it's gonna expand outside of Columbus, is social media, then we're gonna do that. So here's what I want to get into.
Get into it.
Our goals: long term, short term, middle term. Is that a term? I don't know.
Middle
But
term.
I don't know if that's a thing. But long term, short term. What are you thinking? Like, where do you want the show to be in 5 episodes? Where do you want the show to be in 5 years?
5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My big thing for right now is I just want to grow. Like, you see how much we grew from episode 2 to episode 3. Now, I think it's dang near impossible to grow like that. Shoot, probably too many more times, bro. We went from being like a 20% rated podcast to already like a 70-80% rated podcast in one day. So I just want to be able to make leaps and bounds, and hopefully in 5 episodes, I want to be to the point where we're comfortable with getting a guest. There maybe be like 1 or 2 episodes to where we're completely comfortable. We have our structure set up to where like it's a flowing podcast, like you pretty much know what you're looking forward to when you see us. And I want y'all to be able to take something away or learn something, or we persuade you
Or laugh.
So yeah, something, bro. Entertain.
Go to sleep to this. I don't
Exactly,
know. I don't,
like,
and I don't really care. Just
Right.
I want people to listen and enjoy.
I want each episode to have a really good purpose, and like you feel like you've learned something. You just feel like it's a good overall good podcast. That's what I want to completely have in 5 episodes.
Let me throw this in there, and then you can keep going. So, you said, or no, I agree with you. We can't upgrade in terms of equipment and sound quality too much like this. I mean, the next time we can upgrade like this is when we have thousands of dollars, like 50 episodes. I don't know, but I feel like the next thing we need to work on that we can upgrade a lot in the next 2 or 3 episodes is our content, our structure, like you talked about.
Structure is the biggest thing I want to work on right now.
Yeah, and that's where I agree with you in that 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes, if we're feeling it, I think we'd be ready to have a guest.
Right, exactly.
And I feel like from now until then, we need to work, because we have this now. We're good with all of our equipment. We need to work on and nail our actual podcast.
Yep.
And I feel like we can do that in 1, 2, 3 episodes.
Facts.
And then we can have on our first guest. So your goal in 5 years.
5 years. You want to talk about your 5 episodes?
No, I'll go next.
5 years. I want to be able to, like, if I wanted to make a complete section of it, bro, just looking at comments and replying to them, bro, like having an actual fan base. That would be the idea of having a fan base of people that are looking forward to talk or hear you talk every day, looking forward to learn something from you, to get entertained by you. That's where I want to be in 5 years.
And when you think about it, the biggest podcasts like Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience with Joe Rogan, I mean, he knows when he posts, there's going to be at least like 2 million viewers, minimum.
Right, exactly.
If I knew when I was going to post, I would have at least 20,000 viewers, I'd be ecstatic.
Bro, every time.
And even like 5,000, I don't know. And so...
Right. Not to say, shoot, even if I have 10 people that are watching every episode, shoot, that's what makes me want to do it now.
Well, no, I think, true. And I think we already have a guaranteed base of like 30 people. But
Facts.
I'm saying like when the numbers grow even a little bit in 5 years, I'd be happy to keep doing this. And if anything, no matter what, this will just be for memories to look back on when we're 45.
Yeah, facts.
We can show our kids, and we can listen to this again and be like, oh, we can laugh, we can think back. Maybe we could get together and listen to this one day.
True.
But the kind of like big goal would be to make this into something,
right?
A brand, make this into some way of revenue, make this into like, I don't know, maybe this could be our job one day. Can you imagine that, the Whatever podcast? It's on radios worldwide.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, and so I think our goals are actually kind of similar. My short-term goals would be to improve, like we said, and quality. That's kind of, we're good with that, but content-wise and ideas, and I want to start writing things down. So I think next episode I'm gonna have a paper, and from now on I'm gonna have a piece of paper here or my phone propped up like I do right here, so I can look at it. My phone's fine, but one of the two, and just have something to look at so that I don't go blank. And I don't even, like, I wouldn't have gone blank this episode if I didn't have my phone, but I just want it here because this is stuff I talk about anyways. But like we said earlier, I forget.
Right.
And so just a bit more consistency, a bit more ideas, and we can even get crazy with it. We can do whatever we want. And then
whatever podcast.
Long term is to grow, to have an audience, a consistent audience, and to just be in a great flow and to be excited to do this 2 times every single week.
Facts.
So, yeah,
And
that's
that's
kind of how I'm
that.
feeling. And look at this. We just hit an hour. What do you think?
Solid. Great.
I love it. And, I mean, I think that's great. We've talked about everything that I've wanted to talk about.
Fit all of it, man.
Anything else on your mind?
I'm good, bro.
All right.
No murder on my mind. Shout out YNW Melly. Dang it, don't die on me. Is that there virus that I've heard of? Yeah, you should have muted.
I don't know. I'm not used to muting, so I was just like, dang it, I have to
Dang
cough.
it.
Okay.
You know?
Don't forget to follow us on our socials. Tune in next Friday, next week, next episode, whenever. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Have a good one.
It's whatever. That's my outro. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.